Title: Fractured Nation Introduction. In a near-future America, the fabric of society is unraveling. Political turmoil has reached unprecedented heights as President Trump's administration enforces strict immigration policies, erects tariffs that suffocate trade, and stokes the flames of division among the populace. Racial unrest simmers, igniting into violent conflicts across the nation. Amidst this chaos, two individuals, Stephen and Mary, find themselves on opposing sides of a deeply fractured society. Their stories intertwine in a world where survival means navigating the treacherous landscape of fear, loyalty, and moral ambiguity. Chapter 1: The Rise of Division. Stephen, a former high school teacher turned activist, has always believed in the power of education and empathy. The son of immigrants, he grew up in a diverse neighborhood where differences were celebrated. However, the political climate has turned his world upside down. With his family targeted by anti-immigrant sentiments, Stephen becomes a vocal opponent of the administration. He organizes protests and rallies, but as violence erupts around him, he struggles with the consequences of his activism. The once vibrant streets are now battlegrounds filled with hatred and fear. Mary, on the other hand, is a second-generation American whose family has deep roots in the Midwest. Raised in a conservative household, she has always supported the administration's policies, believing they protect her community and way of life. But as racial tensions escalate and her neighbors become increasingly aggressive, Mary begins to question her beliefs. She witnesses a brutal clash between protesters and counter-protesters, leaving her haunted by the violence and the realization that her community is not as united as she thought. Chapter 2: A Chance Encounter. One fateful evening, during a protest-turned-riot, Stephen finds himself cornered by an angry mob. Just when he thinks he's lost, Mary, who is there with her friends, intervenes, mistaking him for an antagonist. As they flee together, their differing perspectives collide. Stephen's anger and passion clash with Mary's fear and confusion. They are forced to rely on each other to navigate the chaos, leading to unexpected moments of connection and vulnerability. As they escape, they stumble upon an abandoned warehouse where they take refuge. In the darkness, they share their backstories, revealing the scars their respective communities have inflicted upon them. Stephen's pain from losing friends to violence and Mary's fear of losing her community's identity creates a bond that neither of them anticipated. The warehouse becomes a sanctuary, a place to reflect on their beliefs, and a ground zero for a friendship that defies the societal divide. Chapter 3: The Unraveling. As their friendship deepens, Stephen and Mary begin to learn from each other. Stephen introduces Mary to the stories of the families affected by the administration's policies, while Mary helps Stephen understand the fears that drive people to cling to their beliefs. However, the outside world continues to spiral out of control. News of a race war breaking out in their city reaches them, forcing them to confront the reality that their bond might not be strong enough to withstand the forces tearing their community apart. Plot twists emerge as their pasts catch up with them. Stephen's brother, a radicalized member of an underground group, is arrested during a violent protest. Mary's father, a local politician, is implicated in inciting violence against minority groups. Both are faced with difficult decisions: stand by their families or stand up for what they believe is right. Chapter 4: Choices and Consequences. The climax of the story unfolds as Stephen and Mary must decide whether to continue their alliance or part ways to protect their loved ones. As tensions reach a boiling point in their city, they realize that their friendship has become more than a personal connection. It has become a symbol of hope in a fractured world. Together, they devise a plan to host a peace rally, a bold move that could either unite their communities or lead to their downfall. The day of the rally arrives, filled with a mix of hope and dread. As they stand before a divided crowd, the atmosphere is charged with tension. Unexpected allies show up, while old enemies threaten violence. Just when it seems all hope is lost, a shocking revelation about Mary's father comes to light. uniting the crowd in a way they never anticipated. Conclusion: a new dawn. In the aftermath of the rally, Stephen and Mary emerge as unlikely leaders, inspiring others to bridge the divide. Though the road ahead remains uncertain, they have ignited a spark of understanding and compassion in a world desperate for change. Their journey illustrates the power of connection in overcoming division and the resilience of the human race.